Hey fellow backyard bowyers, Nick here. Today we're going to be forging a wrench knife inspired by the Disciples blade from the Fallout 4 Nuka World DLC. Before we get started, just wanted to let everybody know, if you're subscribed to the channel, be sure to check the little bell icon next to the subscribe button. That will turn on notifications so you'll get notified every time I put out a new video. So without further ado, let's get started. So now the first thing we're going to do is cut the end of this wrench off. That will give us our knife blank. Let's fire up the forge. Once the forge comes up to temperature, I put the wrench in and then let it heat up. Then I flip it around and let it heat up again. I want it to get up to about an orange heat and stay there for a little bit, just so that it can burn off any coatings that might be on the wrench. A lot of different wrenches have different coatings on them, and some of them are really bad for your health, so you want to burn it off now so you don't have to deal with it later. But please do this at your own risk, because some of this stuff is really nasty. Here we go. I'm going to start by working down the tip, and then I'm going to flatten out this front section to make the blade. Now I'm going to use the cross peen to widen this blade out a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead, dip this in water, and then we'll shape the handle. So I'm going to start by forging it this way. Then bring it back this way. So now I'm just going to straighten out the back of the handle. Now that we're done forging, it's time to heat treat the blade. I'm going to put it back in the forge and heat it up until it will no longer stick to a magnet. Bring it a little further than that, and then quench in warm oil. Here we go. So just cooling the edge. I want the back to stay soft and springy. So now I'm going to clean up the edge on the grinder, wire brush everything, and once that's done, I'm going to put my edge on it, and we'll be finished. So now that the knife is pretty much done, it's time to put an edge on it. I'm going to be using an old knife grinder that I picked up from a garage sale. This one's about 50 years old and it still runs really well. So I'm just going to put my edge on with this, and then we'll polish our final edge. So here I have a ceramic sharpening rod, and I'm just going to use this to align the edge. Okay, looks pretty good. So now I'm just going to polish the edge up and remove the burr. Here we go. Here's the knife all finished up. I hope you enjoyed forging this along with me today. If you have any suggestions for other things you'd like to see me make, please let me know in the comments below. If you like what I'm doing, be sure to check out my channel for other videos like this. And I've also written several books on different topics, and I'll put links to those in the description below. And before I go, I'd like to give a huge thanks to everyone who's supporting me on Patreon. It's because of you that I'm able to continue doing videos like this. If you'd like to join the Patreon family and support the channel directly, I'll put a link to the Patreon page in the description below. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.